Wow.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome inside a special edition Afternoon Nation.
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime.
Happy lunch, everyone.
Yeah, we hope we're catching you on your lunch break or just
I just
hanging
had a
out at
muffin.
home. Jay just had a muffin.
I just had a muffin.
We already shot an Oodle Noodle video this morning. Like, we are buzzing today.
I'm actually here for the start of the video.
This is wild. But as always, we're brought to you by Deuce Vodka. Pick up your Deuce Vodka at liquor stores somewhere.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Our boss, Brett Kissel, has some influence, and they are everywhere in Alberta, and I believe in Saskatchewan as well.
Yes, and you are a Saskatchewan guy, as you can see on your 306 hoodie.
I am wearing hard pressed. This is a Saskatchewan brand hard pressed. Got 306 here. Right over my heart. Part of my heart's from Saskatchewan, but more of it's from Edmonton.
We've got a lot to talk about. Obviously, Battle of Alberta tonight. The Oilers taking on the Calgary Flames back on home ice after defeating the Winnipeg Jets last night. But Jay, I told you like 10 minutes ago we're going to start a new segment on today's show.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even tell what the segment is.
It's not really, I don't want to call it like anything special, but as you can see on our opening headline here, I think that sometimes we get into a bad rhythm where we'll jump between breaking down last game and then talking about tonight's game. And we'll just like swap back and forth 15 different times.
Are you trying to put structure into this?
I'm trying a little bit.
Jeez, show dad over here.
A little bit of structure.
All right, all right.
What I want right now, as always, we want you to be a part of the show. So make sure you throw in your comments for us, questions, hot takes, cold takes, anything.
Oily takes. I like this.
Takes, yes.
Oily takes.
So the opening headline is good, bad, and oily. Which means each of us are going to give one good thing from last game, one thing from last game, and then one oily thing from last game.
All right.
So I'll start with my good thing.
Okay.
My good thing was Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
That was mine.
I knew I had to go first.
Yeah.
I, as the resident Nugent-Hopkins supporter on this show, I would like to say that goal was vintage Nugent-Hopkins. Was it a little bit of a muffin? Maybe. Should Hellebuyck have had that save?
No, that shot was exactly where it needed to go in. Like that was precision, and that's what Nuge normally brings, and that's why his shooting percentage is way out of whack. He's had a lot of good high danger shot attempts.
Yes.
And if it was last season, he probably has 5 or 6 more goals.
Yes. Let us know what your good is. We'll get into our bad and oily. Jay, what's your good?
My good is Ryan McLeod is still looking like he should be with the Edmonton Oilers, and what a good story that is. Ryan McLeod, you are a lovable being. To start, and your play is just, building and adding to that. So very happy to have you up here from Bakersfield. I think you're here to stay.
Heard nothing but good things about Ryan McLeod as a hockey player and just as a human being.
Yeah, attitude, so, good guy, rim guy.
Next would be our bad. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first? I don't want to say bad, just like a little bit like, do you want to go?
I'll go first because
I feel like we're gonna have the same.
Yeah. So I mentioned this a few episodes ago with the acquisition of Kulikov. That this is something that I read is that he's prone to the gaff.
Yeah.
If he makes a gaff, it's ginormous. So he made 2 ginormous gaffes. One really early on in the game. Thank you, Mikko Koskinen, for saving that and keeping the game on the rails for the Oilers. Because if that goes in, who knows where this game goes?
Yes.
And then, he was he deserves the primary assist on that Blake Wheeler goal as well. So that was bad. Bad gaff.
Bad gaff. So, bad gaff, Kulikov. For my kind of bad, I'm going to go, actually, no, I'm going to go straight up bad. Bad night for Barrie haters. Tough night for Barrie haters.
Oh,
what a slap.
Calling out the hater. He's trying to spin the bad into good.
I'm spinning the bad into good.
This guy should be a politician.
First time we're doing this segment, and I'm already going to spin my bad into something good. Bad night for Barrie haters. All right, let's jump into oily. I'll go first for oily.
Yeah.
You know what I thought was oily last night? Mikko Koskinen.
Yeah.
Just oiled up.
He deserves.
They had like 36 stops. It was wet. For Mikko Koskinen.
It was slippery out there. You know what? That we can't. You got to pump the guy up when he delivers, and he delivered that save at a very crucial time in the game.
Yeah.
Really sets the stage for the Oilers to win, and that was huge. So for my oily, like, how about Connor just oiling out 3 points, oiling it out, like nothing, like just. Obviously everything he does is special, but like Nothing highlight reel. Just oiling out 3 points. Mick Century is happening, folks, and he is determined.
It was literally, I don't even know how you can use this phrase, but it was a pedestrian 3-point night for Connor McDavid.
Oily.
Casual. Oily.
Oh, it was so casual.
It was so casual. Let's jump into some comments here. Scott says Koskinen was good last night, and then he agrees Kulikov, a couple of bad turnovers. Kyle Smith says, nice win last night. Randy, I think Kulikov is still adjusting, so will be maybe a few more gaps, which is okay. Nicholas says, Josh is simply too smart. Thank you, Nicholas.
Whoa. Hyperbole
Barry,
here.
man.
That's hyperbole.
Whoa. Barry, he had a good night. First star of the game, I tweeted about it. As soon as he scored that goal.
Oh, great goal.
Looks at me and he goes, uh-oh. I'm
Yeah.
like, here we go.
Yeah, it was
This
a
is
good goal. Can't argue. Can't argue.
Man. Okay. Next headline, Oilers line / Koskinen / Smith. I kept Koskinen in there. We already kind of touched on it in our good, bad, and oily, but just a great night for Mikko Koskinen. We kind of
we got to give the guy praise when he deserves it. Like we're finding out the rhythm for peak Mikko Koskinen is that he plays like 1 out of 10 games, and he will give you a stellar performance.
And we didn't even know he was going to start.
We didn't even know.
Dave Tippett sandbagged us.
Yeah. I bet you most of us were like, oh shit, here we go.
Literally.
But it was 2 things. I initially like, Smith's hurt. That was my initial reaction when I heard that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
Well, I was like,
how's Koskinen
we
gonna
knew
be?
one of them was going to start the 2.
Yeah,
Like
well,
one
yeah.
of them was going to start each.
Yeah.
Oilers lines for tonight.
We
Pretty
think.
sure it's the exact same thing. Ryan McLeod's going to stay on the third line, centering Devon Shore and Josh Archibald. I'm having a little bit of a slight issue with the amount of slander that Devon Shore and Josh Archibald are getting on Twitter, because a lot of people are saying like, oh, like, yeah, Ryan McLeod's playing great, but you're putting him with 2 like AHL level players in Devon Shore and Josh Archibald.
Whoa.
I do not understand why people are so hard on Devon Shore. Listen,
PK savant.
I love Tyler Ennis. I think he's a great hockey player. If you think that Tyler Ennis would bring more to this lineup right now than Devon Shore, you are high. Tyler Ennis
Can't kill penalties.
He can't kill penalties. You're not going to put him out in a defensive scenario with the last 2 minutes left in a game. Like, Tyler Ennis isn't everything, okay, people? Devon Shore brings a lot to this lineup. So
Well, he plays the role of a third liner. That's
Literally.
the thing, right? And your third liners need to kill penalties, and Josh Archibald and Devon Shore do that quite well, I might add.
And we've talked about this in the past. If you're going to play on a Dave Tippett team, if you want to play in the bottom 6, you either got to kill penalties, be a net front presence on the power play, or play in the last 2 minutes of a game.
Yep.
Or bang bodies.
Yep.
One of the 2. Or
Yeah,
3.
and those guys do tick a lot of those boxes.
Literally. Jeremy says Shore has been good in my opinion. Yes. Tyler says Shore has been consistent and does not make many mistakes. Great addition. I agree. L says Devon Shore is better than Ennis. Ennis simply isn't a player Tip likes to use right now. And Tyler Ennis, it's tough because he's just one of those players that it's offense. It's offense and it's skill. And sure, would he maybe look good with Ryan McLeod because they'd both be so fast together? Maybe. But he's not in the lineup, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Gaetan Haas, James Neal, Alex Chason on the 4th line. You guys already know the top 2 lines. Nurse, Barry, Kulikov, Larson, Jones, Bear. I wonder if in the next few games here that they swap those bottom 2 pairings just to give it a different look. Maybe try Kulikov with Bear, get more of a puck mover on that second pairing, put Larson back with Jones. Well, 2-3, there's not really.
If we can continue to keep banking some points, then we can start kind of going to the laboratory and doing some tweaks because we don't want to do things that are going to result in us slipping in the standings. But once we get that kind of comfort zone, absolutely
And then
tinker.
you wonder as well when Evan Bouchard, if he does get into a game here, like do they play him against Vancouver in the next week here? Because they're going to play 95 games against Vancouver in 6 days.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. Leslie says, great problem for Tippett to have. Lots of options, choices, and combos.
Fair.
Agreed. Okay, McCentury mark. Connor McDavid now 16 points away from 100. 9 games, left in the regular season. All of a sudden, like, he's been scoring at a 1.79 points per game basis so far this year. If he does that over the last 9 games, he gets to 100. Like, if he plays all 9 of the remaining games, he might get 105. Like, it's ridiculous.
Like, the guy's just oiling out 3-point nights like it's going out of like it's going out of style.
Literally.
Like you said, ho-hum 3 points last night. How about we scored an empty netter last night?
And Leon Draisaitl, you could tell he was determined. He was going to score that.
He was getting that goal.
I thought he was going to turn around and two-hand Blake Wheeler over the head because he was hacking him the entire way down the ice.
Yeah.
I was literally worried. I'm like, oh no, Leon, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And then he was just casual.
You puck line lovers loved the empty netter last night.
That was a big puck line move by Leon Draisaitl. A couple more comments here, and then we'll talk more about McSentry. Well, Taylor says, we think Clefbaum is retiring. No, we don't know that yet.
We don't know that yet.
Don't know that yet. Luke Smith says, could this be the year? How are we going to do down south? We got to worry about 2 rounds in the north first.
Yeah, we got some work to do before we get there.
Okay, McSentry. This is insanity.
The answer is yes. It's happening.
He has 14 points in his last 14 periods.
It's happening.
It's happening.
I think he wants it. I think he wants it. And so if he wants it, he's going to get it. And if you look at his last 5 games, he definitely wants it. Now it's like not even like before. It's like, oh, he has to go on a crazy heater. It's like now it's just the math says he's gonna do it.
Literally.
If average Connor McDavid goes out and plays average Connor McDavid hockey for 9 games, he is going to get 100 points in 56 NHL games.
And I also yes.
Yes.
The last 2 games have been against the Jets, which for
who cares? Jets are good. We just match up
Jets
well.
are good,
Who cares?
but McDavid literally plays them like they're a junior B team.
He lights up a Vezina winning goalie like it ain't no thing.
It's ridiculous.
It's
absolutely
ridiculous.
And
so it's not because of easy competition. It is because Connor McDavid wants it.
Yes. L says he's at a point a period the last 4 games. No problem to get there. Tyler Cohen, McD has 14 points in his last 14 periods he's played. Scott says, geez, Scott, why would you say this? We're in a good mood here. What? Scott says, tell me your number for re-signing Nuge. Give him whatever. Slide him a blank piece of paper. I'm such a big Nuge guy.
Oh, God.
Whatever it is. Don says, Cahoon needs to pick it up. We're going to talk about Dominic Cahoon after our Deuce Vodka player modes, so keep that in mind. We're going to talk about Dominic Cahoon. And then Nil says Cahoon has played his best 2 games the last 2 nights.
Yeah, he's off the score sheet. I don't think he's playing that bad.
No.
The thing about Cahoon is that he does make the odd gaff. We know that. He hasn't in the last 2 games, but he puts in an effort.
Yes.
He puts in an effort. He forechecks. Like, that's good. McDavid needs that.
Chris says, how awesome is Connor that McKinnon is on a 14-game point streak and no one is paying attention? I actually didn't even know that.
Yeah, actually, I was looking at
Big dog.
He's just, like, come out of nowhere. He's 3rd in scoring.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't think he's going to catch Draisaitl, but, like, he's been on a heater because he had a cold start. Plus, he had some injuries, too.
Yeah, I got time for Nathan McKinnon.
Oh, who doesn't?
Big fan of
no,
his game.
McKinnon is unreal.
He's
he's not Connor McDavid, but he's unreal.
Outside of, like, the Oilers, he's probably one of my favorite players in the NHL.
He's exciting to watch.
He wants to be Sidney Crosby so bad. Yeah. And, like, if you've ever heard all the old stories about him, like, training with Sidney Crosby and just how much he, like, idolizes Sid.
Yeah.
I actually was watching some old NHL fights a couple days ago. Did you know that Nathan McKinnon fought Josh Archibald?
Oh, really?
Yeah, when Archibald was in Phoenix, they fought. It was like they threw 2 punches and then tackled each other.
I bet you, like, McKinnon thick. He thick.
He double C.
He thick. Yeah. So I bet you if he wants to, he can hurt a guy.
Deuce Vodka player modes. Jay, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Yes, I've got an angle.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going Deuce Vodka players mode.
Okay.
I'm going the whole enchilada here. I'm pairing up my Deuce Vodka with the delicious enchilada of the Edmonton Oilers.
Okay.
I want, for my Deuce Vodka player mode, I want the entire roster of the Edmonton Oilers to just go against Calgary. Calgary beat us 5-0 last game under unfortunate circumstances for us, so we were in a tough spot.
Yeah.
They took advantage of that and beat up on a team, and it's not, they just played their game, and we just weren't in a state to play our game. So it's more of a scheduling thing than it is a Flames thing. But this is a redemption. This is a redemption. This is a, you got us while we were down. Now we're back, and you're in trouble. So the Edmonton Oilers are entering in, you are in trouble mode, Calgary Flames.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
5-0.
This is interesting. This is an interesting game tonight because obviously it's a Battle of Alberta. I don't think we've really talked that much about the fact that this is a Battle of Alberta. And, like, tonight could be a really physical game. We don't have Zach Cassidy. We don't have Jujhar Khaira.
Yeah.
So
Calgary's got some meat still.
Where's the physicality going to come from for the
Josh
Oilers?
Archibald. Darnell
Josh
Nurse,
Archibald, yeah.
Dominic Cahoon, Jesse Pugliarvi.
Jesse
He likes to throw the booty around.
Yeah, I'm not going to say Darnell Nurse because obviously he brings that to his game every night, and you don't necessarily want your number one defenseman doing this, but I'm going to look at the bottom six. I'm going to say
James Neal.
I don't even know. Like
James Neal can throw it around.
Yeah, I'll just say, like, we just need
let's just be annoying.
We just need the bottom six to just enter physical mode. Like, they have to be physical tonight because we don't have one of those big bodies in the bottom six that we could just be like, chuck them. Yeah. Like, literally, is Darnell Nurse the only player on this roster that really you look at and be like, yeah, he can fight? Like, I don't know.
You know who can fight secretly? Doesn't fight that often?
Ethan Bear.
Oh, yeah, Ethan Bear can chuck him.
Ethan
Bear can chuck him.
Who are you going to say?
Nuge.
Yeah, Nuge, I guess.
Nuge will chuck him.
Nuge can chuck him.
Nuge can chuck him. Our little prince can get real pissed off.
Okay, we're going to get to our next headline, Barry Nuge Cahoon. I'm going to look at some questions here first. Tyler says, Cahoon is great in the offensive corners. Richard says, I've been impressed with Jones' play the last couple of games. Yeah. He's been smart with the outlet passes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sandy says, I don't know about Neal, though. He's slow. Rather have Ennis than Neal. And you can make an argument for that. You can make an argument.
That's true. I think Neal will pay dividends for us, and that doesn't necessarily mean point production in the playoffs. Even though he's slow, he's big, he's heavy, and that stuff plays well in the playoffs.
He had his moments last night. I
a little bit. He had a couple chances. As long as he'd still shoot the puck, so if he can get himself into position, as long as he's physical and abrasive and put himself into shooting positions and kind of.
There was a great passing play between that fourth line early in the game. I don't remember who it was, but Tim says it's all about preparing for playoffs now. James says the whole team is going nuclear tonight. Luke says Smith will fight them all. Hey, maybe that's why they started casting him last night.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Honestly, I could see there being a goal. Because Calgary's pissed off how their season's going. Mike Smith is just an animal.
You know Kachuk's just going to be an absolute...
Something's going to happen.
Oh, I hate the...
Does Markstrom dare come out to the storyline?
I don't think Smith takes him if he wants it. If Markstrom wanted it, I don't think Smith would take it. I think Smith would be like, you don't even deserve
No, he will take it. Mike Smith, in my opinion, in my gut, is hoping a goalie fight happens every game he plays in.
Maybe. Did you see that video I tweeted out between Talbot and Bennington?
Yeah.
I want someone to beat the wheels off Bennington.
Oh,
Bennington. He's such a showboater.
Mike Smith can tune him up.
Oh, I would love next season Mike Smith tune up Jordan Bennington. I would love that. Blake Jacobs says Kulikov. Maybe Kulikov could chuck him. I don't know.
So fun. Okay, observation I made about Kulikov last night, and let me know if you saw this. So he hit, I believe it was DeMello. So on the far side wall, he goes up and hits DeMello, knocks him down. What he immediately does is there's a Jets player coming. He puts his head down and like kind of goes by the guy and doesn't make like eye engagement with him because I think that guy's coming after him to like ruffle him up for hitting his guy. Yeah. And he just like put his head down like. Maybe something else was making him cause him to look down, but like the timing and the sequence of it, I'm like,
weird. I didn't even know.
This guy's like ducking to try to get out of this jam. This is so. I don't know if he'll fight.
Not a fight guy. Not a fight guy. Okay, we got lots of questions rolling in, which I like. We're gonna get to a few more here, and then we'll talk about those three players I had listed. Ryan says if Edmonton wins both these games, Edmonton will have kicked Calgary out of a playoff spot. I don't know if that's mathematically. Is that actually like the math on it? If so, sweet.
Probably. Maybe. It's getting really dire.
Yes. Don says Nuge versus Monahan wasn't much of a fight.
Oh, come on. That was a good.
I thought it was good. I thought it was decent.
That was a good top six fight.
They threw a few, and then Nuge lost his balance, stepped back, squared up, and then punched again, which I like.
And that was in the rematch, right? Like that was like Nuge set the tone.
Was that right before or after the Cassidy?
That was after the Cassidy Kachuk. Nuge set the tone of that game.
Tim says getting even a small amount of playoff Neal from Nashville days would be huge. Yeah, if Neal could score one big goal in the playoffs, I feel like who's the David Desharnais this year? Who's going to score that one? I think it's Alex Chiasson. I think Alex Chiasson is going to score a David Desharnais style playoff goal in overtime, and the fan base is just going to love him forever. I hope it's Alex Chiasson.
If it's not him, it's going to be Ryan McLeod.
Yeah, oh, that would be money. What a way to start your NHL career.
Yeah, right? Edmonton will love you forever.
Tory Buck says Nuge needs to bring back the porn stash and the Dog Holiday flavor saver.
Tory Buck, is that GOAT? Tory Buck, is that GOAT?
He does have a goat on his
picture. GOAT. I miss you, buddy. He's one of the Utah boys. Have you heard of the Utah boys?
No.
Legendary Nation citizens. They live in Utah.
Really?
Diehard Oilers fans. They've come up to watch games. They've come to Nation events.
No
they meet
way.
us anytime we go down to Vegas. We go to the game together. They're the ones that made Nation glassware for us.
Really? I want to go to Utah.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard Utah's sick.
Yeah, 100%.
Chris Ford says, I'm going to admit, not the biggest fan of Chase on, mostly the contract, but he's been playing quite good lately. I also think he'd stand up for the boys. Yeah, Chase on, he fought Corey Perry. Well, didn't really fight. He
just
wrestled Corey Perry.
Yeah, he just answered the bells all.
Tim says, your scouting report on the Kulikov blunders was on point, Jay.
Thank you.
Shout out to you. Okay,
I'll take that.
let's talk about Barry Nuge Cahoon. Barry, last game tonight. Good stuff. I thought he had a good game. I thought he was great in his own end. I thought he's flashy, man. When he has the puck on his stick,
he can
some
dangle.
of the plays he makes, I feel like Ethan Bear made this play, people would be losing their minds. But we don't need to talk about Barry that much because I'll get too fired up. Nuge.
Consistent.
Nuge.
Since coming back, he's a point a game guy. Mm-hmm. Nice goal last night. Mm-hmm. Very Nuge-esque. Getting the shot in his little slot area there, the Nuge zone.
That was a Nuge zone
and
goal.
Sniped.
Cahoon. I think that Dominic Cahoon has played probably his best 2 games as an Edmonton Oiler, the last 2 games.
And it's unfortunate because he hasn't shown up on the score sheet, but he's had a couple opportunities, which is good.
Yeah.
I'm not minding this first line right now.
No.
Because it's allowing the dry line, so it's giving us 2 legit. Any line with Connor can drive and make the Cahoon Puljujärvi line mates work. He can make that work.
Yeah.
And this is an opportunity for Cahoon. Keep playing hard. The offense is going to come to you for sure because you got Connor McDavid distributing the puck.
Yeah.
And it just makes us even more lethal.
And if you're not going to play Nugent Hopkins, or if you're not going to play McDavid and Draisaitl together, I'd rather have Nugent Hopkins with Draisaitl.
They work well. They actually work well,
Nugent
Dry. Nuge Dry worked well together. They do.
I meant if you're not going to have McDavid Dry together. Did I say that? If you're not going to have McDavid and Dry together.
Well, at least that's what I heard. But
yeah, if you're not going to have the 2 big guys together, then have Nuge with Draisaitl, not Nuge with McDavid. It just, I don't know why it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
So it's good.
Jesse Puljujärvi and McDavid, though. Wow. JP. Now here's a guy that's playing well. Do you know what that was? That was my Colin, or not Colin Coward. Frick, who's the guy that does Sunday Night Football with Al? Frick, what's his name?
Troy Aikman?
No. He's the guy in the Sunday Night booth, and he always goes, "Now here's a guy that you
Chris
can
Collinsworth."
Chris Collinsworth.
Oh, there we go. We got there.
He always says that. Now here's a guy. Anyways,
good joke.
Thanks. It really landed too. Nicholas says Cahoon is so good at bringing pucks out of the zone or onto Connor's stick. Yes,
and that's really that's
all you got to do.
If you're good at that, and Connor McDavid is your center, that's all you need.
Yes. Okay. Send in some more questions, and we will get to them following our betting talk. Let's jump over to the sportsbook here. Right now, we're looking at Calgary Flames plus 105, Edmonton Oilers minus 125. I think that if this was not back-to-back on home ice, if this wasn't a back-to-back, and like the Oilers had 3 days off, Calgary's had 4 days off, I think that the Oilers would be like minus 190. I think the only reason is because they're traveling. It's a traveling back-to-back. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's only coming from Winnipeg, so it's a short bus drive away. But
it's actually kind of long. But
it's actually kind of a long bus drive. But like, yeah, it's just frick. Only minus 125.
Oh yeah.
It almost feels too good. I don't want to hammer it because it just feels too good.
I'm playing this game a little weird. So be advised with the angle I'm taking. Normally, very systematic. Get some data to back my decisions and stuff like that. Or sometimes I'll bet from my heart. This one I'm betting out of rage.
Wow.
This is a rage bet. So I'm going Oilers minus 2.5.
Plus 325.
Oilers minus 2.5.
So you're taking the juiced puck line.
I am just juicing up that puck line. I am chasing that plus 325 because the likelihood of hitting is very low, but I want the Oilers to beat the Flames 5-0. Like, I just want to reciprocate that. I'm hoping there's some added motivation too to play the Flames game to kind of show them who they are. And I'm doing that. And then I'm gonna parlay that. So I'm going hunting. I'm going big juice hunting. And we've just been talking about this guy.
I know
We're talking about
exactly
how
what
his offense, how the offense will eventually come to him. He's on the line with Connor McDavid. His goal scoring odds went from plus 300 yesterday to plus 500 today. Very, very juicy. We were talking like 32-ounce porterhouse, cooked to perfection, medium rare, juicy.
I had steak last night. It was good.
Was it juicy?
It was very juicy.
Was it plus 500 juicy?
Yep.
Wow, that is a delicious steak. Dominic Cahoon, plus 500. I am going big odds chasing. Either
Why
come
is
with
it
me
so
on this
good?
trip or not.
Why is his odds so good to score?
It's because he's been plus 500 most of the season, 400, 500.
Yeah.
But then he moved to McDavid's line, so the betting and the line would have got moved.
Aggressive.
And now that he hasn't scored in those 2 games, it's going back.
Like Brett Ritchie is plus 425. What? Mark Giordano is plus 600.
Yeah. It's be advised heavily, and if you want to ride this wave, it's going to be juicy.
I might ride it.
Yeah,
I
why not?
haven't
Why
gotten
not?
like a month and a half, but I
Why
might
not?
ride it.
And then maybe live bet if see how the game's going to maybe if you have to hedge anything.
I think the wildest thing is that over 1.5 points for Connor McDavid is minus 115.
Minus money. This is how oily this guy is.
To get
Minus
he's
odds to
oiled.
get 2 points.
To get 3 points, he's only plus 380. Like he is lubing up.
Yeah.
the
So
sports
yeah,
books.
and one of those points will be an assist to Cahoon plus 500.
Yup. I'm thinking probably primary assist on Tyson Berry's beautiful goal on power play tonight. You know, primary assist to Dominic Cahoon, and then maybe 2 casual goals. Maybe even make one an empty netter. Why not? Just to not flaunt too much. But
Yeah. So I wanna see a 5-0 anywhere. Well, because I'm going plus 2.5. Anywhere from a 4-1 to 5-0 game.
I'm gonna take Oilers' second period result. I
Interesting.
don't know why.
Very targeted.
I feel like the Oilers might start a little slow, but then
Yeah, that's true.
they're
They
gonna
could
come on.
They could be
Or
tired.
third period result. Oilers' third period result. That feels good. All right, let's jump into some questions here. Tori Buck says, "Yes, sir. Love you, boys." So yeah,
Ah, yes.
Tori Buck.
Awesome.
Tyler says, "Just need Cassian to be healthy soon. That would be
Just
nice."
for playoffs, like don't rush. Like he's week to week, so don't rush.
Tim says Cahoon knows that this is probably his last real chance at Edmonton. This is a big, big stretch for Dominic Cahoon. If he wants to get another ticket in the NHL next year, he's going to need to play well here.
And play with Connor McDavid.
Yeah, he has the opportunity of a lifetime here. If he plays half okay down the stretch here, he'll get a contract to play with the best player ever to play the game.
Yeah, this is like Connor Sheary to
This is-
Sidney Crosby.
Or Chris Kunitz. This is Chris Kunitz
Well,
to Sidney Crosby.
Chris Kunitz was a Stanley
pretty
Cup winner and
he's pretty
established
legit,
guy.
yeah.
So
He also, Chris Kunitz is pretty legit. Nils says, here we go, since the hashtag oily puck line parlay paid big last night,
yeah, you and Puckline on both. You
Yeah.
oily bastard. I love it.
I have $30 left in my account and I need one early retirement bet from Jay. So are we assuming that your early bet
Oh
is
man.
that the Dominic Cahoon goal?
Well, hey, we're going risky tonight, right? We're rage betting, so if you want to join me and you want to get the big return if it hits, join me on the juiced up puck line.
Yes. Chris Ford says, can I be, quote, that guy and ask your opinion of Hall in Boston? He's playing well. He had a
But
great
here's the
goal.
thing. Here's the thing. Hall is like the 5th fiddle on that team. He's actually he's slotted into a good. He's set up for success.
Yeah.
He's David Krejci is his center, and not to say if he came to Edmonton, he would have Draisaitl or McDavid, so he'd have a good center here. But like he's in a really good position and insulated in Boston. So yeah, like he'll perform well there. I'm not shocked.
No, his goal the other night was sick. Did
Yeah,
you see
that
it?
very
The one
nice
where he,
goal.
like,
Nice goal, and
chipped
he's
it.
getting his confidence back and
Yeah.
whatnot. But like,
I'm happy for him. He deserves it.
just remember, everyone, he didn't want to come here.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, he forced.
I
Well,
don't
then
know.
why do you think he went for so little? It's because he had a no movement clause. He said, "I wanted Boston."
I know, but in my heart, I don't want to know that.
Well, but that's the case. So like, we shouldn't even like. So don't get caught up on like, oh, he looks so good. He didn't want to be here.
No,
So
there was no option. There was no option.
there was
for
no
him coming
option.
to Edmonton.
So be super pumped that Cahoon could start performing on the first line of Connor McDavid, and be very excited for our new youngster Ryan McLeod.
Yeah, frick yeah. Nicholas says he compares Cahoon to Kunitz, laughing face. Well, I didn't.
I'm sorry. I
wasn't-
sometimes
I wasn't
it's just.
comparing Cahoon
He was
to
also
Kunitz.
like 8 when that trade happened. So
Literally, I was probably 8 years old.
yeah.
So, yeah. If you have any more questions, send them in here. Jay and I are going to wrap this up because Jay has got to record a podcast coming up pretty quick here. So,
Content day.
as always, bet responsibly. We should plug it one more time. Saturday night, intermission extravaganza.
Ooh, yes.
We're gonna have that all tuned up, ready to go. Are you gonna hop on the first intermission? Or are you gonna?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll be there. I might be there for everything. Who knows? I might be having so much fun.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, another Battle of Alberta. They're playing Calgary on Saturday too. Yeah.
Calgary, yeah.
Yeah, frick.
I'll be hopefully that's an amped up game. Hopefully there's a goalie fight. That'll be good for the extravaganza.
Ooh, that'd be nice. Maybe some animosity tonight that carries over to Saturday.
Exactly.
Anything else you want to say, Jay? On maybe you want to give one more quick plug to Ryan Nugent Hopkins or?
Hey, Nuge. Yeah, why not, Nuge? Welcome back, man.
Yeah,
glad you're back. You're performing well. You're the Nuge again. It's exciting.
Yep.
Quieting down the Nuge haters a little bit. It's good. It's
no,
nice.
I'm
It's
not.
nice to
No,
see.
I'm not a Nuge hater. I think he's trending right now. Maybe just 1 5-on-5 point, and then I'll be completely silenced. Just
Yeah, 2 games ago he had a 5-on-5 point.
Did he?
Yes, he assisted on the Draisaitl goal.
Okay.
On that 1T.
Was it a secondary assist or?
No, it was primary.
Was it a primary?
It was a 2-on-1.
Oh, that's right, and it was a beautiful pass too. It was a really nice pass.
That's the Nuge.
But it was the finish by Draisaitl that made it.
Well, use your weapons.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Hey,
if it was someone else, he would have done something completely different to score.
I was gonna try to find myself a Nuge jersey to wear on today's show, just to show how much I support the brand. But
I've got mine. I have a Nuge jersey, and it's from the second day after we drafted him.
Oh, really?
So it's a white one. It's the old white one.
Nice.
It's got a lot of stories to tell by the discoloration on it.
Yep. Have you ever wore a jersey on this show? I don't think you have. Maybe we should wear jerseys on Saturday, just because it's a BOA.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a Jersey day.
Jersey day on Saturday.
We'll do a Jersey day.
You're not gonna remember.
Well, I'll be at home.
Yeah, you remember your computer?
My computer is always with me.
Yep.
Unless
That's
I'm
a
coming
lie.
here. Unless I'm coming here on the weekend. Yeah. So if I don't have a jersey, I can be shamed into wearing one.
Yes. Okay, enjoy the game tonight. What day is it? Thursday night game, 7 o'clock puck drop, Oilers versus Flames. Oilers have partially had the Flames number this year. Flames are coming off, I believe, a 4-day break. Flames right now sitting at a 12.5% chance of making the playoffs. The Oilers with an opportunity to take that to 0% over the next 2 games here. Enjoy the game, bet responsibly, drink responsibly, pick up some Nation beer and some Deuce vodka, and we will